Hello Live Wires, Heather Boyd Wire here, and today it's Tip Tuesday. Today I was inspired by Ginger to make a ring holder pendant, and I'm going to do a couple designs for that. What I'm using for this project is 16 gauge wire and also 22 gauge wire if you want to wrap some beads. I just have a generic chain. I have my round pliers, flat pliers, and cutters, and you're going to need some larger round forms. If you want to add beads, you can use a variety of sizes. These are my favorite miracle beads, 4mm, and I have 6mm, 8mm, and I also have some glass faceted beads and cat's eye beads. I'll start with a very simple one. I'm going to take about 5 to 6 inches of 16 gauge wire. And then I want a round form, so I have my little babushka pill bottle round forms here, and I'll just take the smallest one. I have like 4 different sizes in here, and I'm going to use that. You can also use a highlighter if you like, and all I want to do for this is to make a kind of a round form. So we're just going to take the pill bottle and just wind it around here, depending on how big we want to make it. We can just straighten these edges out a little bit, and what I want to do is I'm just going to bend that with my thumb. You can flip it and bend it with your thumb a little bit there. We're going to flatten it, but we want to imagine having a little extra to curve around. So in that way, we're just going to imagine we want it around there. So just take another 1/2 inch or something on that side and clip it, and then clip it here. And then I'm just going to flatten it in my rolling mill. I'll link up below some videos where I show you how to use the rolling mill. I've also used a pasta maker to flatten the wire, or you can hammer it. From there, you'll take your round pliers or your bail making pliers and just choose which size you want. Put the wire in there and just turn it around just to make a closed loop. Make it any size you want, as long as it fits on the chain. We're going to bring this one around here and close that loop up there. So this is your basic shape, and from there we're going to add the chain. So to add the chain, you might have to take this little end off the chain. Otherwise, what you can do is just open these up a little bit and slide the chain through. Just slide the chain through, close it up, open it up, slide it through, and close it up. You can push these in a little bit more, depends on how wide or narrow you want it to be. And then to add the ring onto the chain, you just hook it over this one side, pull the chain down, bring it all the way around up to the top. So now it's hooked onto the chain all the way, and then you just drop it down and it hangs magic on the pendant. So now we're going to do one to fit this gold ring, and first I'll start by just doing the bend in the middle, just out like that. Now you want to make sure this is not going to slip off, so you want to make sure this side is going to be wide enough that it's not going to fall through. So we're just going to measure actually the diameter here, put my finger there, and then bend it in, and the same on this side. We're just going to bring this one here, just measure the diameter and bring it in. Now you can also measure this on a ruler, and so we're going to start with this shape, and then I'm just going to curve it up a little bit. So we're just going to go in and curve it up so it's more or less even on both sides. Bring these ones in so it's going to look something like this. So before we flatten it, let's just test it. We're going to put it on here, and that seems good. That's not going to fall off. And so now we can just we can actually cut the ends after. Let's flatten it, and then we're going to trim the ends. So we flatten it with the rolling mill. You can also hammer it and then decide how long you want this. account for that you'll be rolling the ends into a loop. So we're just going to cut those even, and then we're going to get our looping pliers. Just hold it at the top with the looping pliers, bring it in, and then flip it and do the same on this side. So just hold it with the looping pliers and bring it in. To get it through the loops, I'll just remove the clasp off the chain, and then we're going to take this piece and just drop the chain through there. So we've just dropped it through. We'll just add the clasp back on there, close it up. We'll just close up the chain, and then we want to put our ring on there. So here's our ring, and as we did before, we'll just push it through here. It's going to pull the chain down and around, bring it all the way around, and then we're going to pull it up here. Both sides of the chain are through the ring, so you can do this when this is on your neck, and we're just going to pull this down so it drops. So it makes a really funky design with the beaded ring over the very plain flattened pendant. So if you want to do one that's wound in wire, just bring your 16 gauge wire around, make a teardrop form. You can always check and make sure that it's going to hold the ring, make sure it's the right size. Just decide how long you want it and clip it across. So now you can go ahead and do your loops on the back, whatever size you want. So just take them, loop it around. Always better to make them too big than too small, so you have more leeway with the chain. Just around there. Wiggle them around if you have to get them to line up a little better. So now we can get some 22 gauge wire or 24. We're just going to stick our bigger bead that we want in the middle, and then we can just start to wind it around the form. So just bring it around here a couple of times. We'll bring it around here a couple of times. You can center this one at the bottom if you want it to be your focal bead, and then we can just keep putting beads around here. This is a 4mm cat's eye bead, so we're going to go there around a couple of times, and then we can just add some different seed beads if we like, and just space them around any distance that you want. And we'll do sort of a pattern, and then we'll just do the same pattern on the other side. So we're just going to go up here a couple of times. 22 or 24 gauge wire is good for this. So just go up here a couple of times, and then we can just clip it, and we'll do the other side. The beaded ring holder is good for plain rings, so we're just going to do it the same way. We're going to put it on there, bring it through, over the beads, over to the other side, and then we've got it on both sides of the chain there. It'll just go below those beads there and lay flat like that. And then if you want one with no beads wound around it, just with the round wire, you can do that too. This is a very simple ring with a pearl, so you're just going to stick it on there, do the same thing, bring it around up here so it's on both sides of the chain, and then just hang it down here, and it sits really nicely and looks very simple with the pearl ring on top. So thanks so much for watching the video. Give it a big thumbs up if you liked it. Be sure to subscribe to my channel for lots more wire art and jewelry making videos. Hit the notification bell to be notified when I go live and when I post new videos. And if you'd like to share photos of your wire art and jewelry, be sure to join the Wire Makers Club on Facebook. And if you'd like to check out my work on Etsy, my husband and I specialize in custom wedding cake toppers and funky jewelry. I also have a mailing list, so if you'd like to sign up below, I'll send you my Wire Art Essentials ebook. So thanks again for watching, and we'll see you the next time.